Hello, beautiful Pisces. This message is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising for mid-September of 2022. And Pisces, as always, these are general messages, so take what resonates, leave the rest behind, and check out your rising sign and your moon sign for a more comprehensive overview of what's happening for you mid-September of 2022. And Pisces, I am an energy coach and spiritual healer, really helping people just like you move through their spiritual journey, through their growth and development, and really giving them personal custom healing techniques. So if that's something you would like to do together, you can click the link in the description box below. And now on to your reading. All right, Pisces, as I was meditating on your energy, the words quick turnaround came through. Quick turnaround. And this is what the guides had me writing out. It says, Pisces, the energy is that of something fast-paced and moving as it relates to your career, work, and finances. Something you have been working on is gaining speed and momentum, and soon the odds will be back in your favor. Remain humble, keep up the work. Don't stop, and avoid any old habits of self-sabotage. So don't stop, comma, and avoid any old habits of self-sabotage. You have attracted and earned this, deserve this, and can be proud of this. Focus on your feelings, nobody else's, when it comes to expectations of you. Set your own. It's your goals, hit your goals, and success will come. Just keep moving. All right, Pisces, let's chit chat about it. Let's see. So something's coming in pretty quickly, it sounds like, when it comes to career, work, finances, business, anything that you're really focused on achieving monetarily, it sounds like. Soon the odds will be back in your favor. You're gaining speed, remain humble, keep up work. Don't stop and avoid any old habits. Okay, so self-sabotage, right? So sometimes people are really nervous to fail, and sometimes it's not actually the failing, they're more nervous to succeed because maybe they were brought up in a really humble family, maybe they're breaking generational trauma, maybe they're healing generations, and it can be scary, right? It can be scary to be in the limelight, it can be scary to be successful if you come from a family, the lineage of family that hasn't been that way, right? So it's saying, make sure you don't self-sabotage. Be mindful of that, Pisces. You have attracted and earned this, you deserve it, and you can be proud of it. Focus on your feelings, nobody else. Okay, focus on your feelings, nobody else's, when it comes to expectations of you. All right, I would love to chat about that for a little bit. So I remember with my own personal experience and my first career, I had a career when I first moved to California. I was like 23 years old, and I fell into this space, and I was really moving and grooving in this career. Like, I was really good, I was sought after, and I would be recruited. Like, I would be on a team, and then maybe the account would leave, and the account would say, I'm only leaving, but you have to bring my team with me. So I'd be in a new employer. And then I'd be at that employer, my old employer would be like, hey, we want you on this account, you have to come back. And it was this kind of this game of like fun, right? I was like always wanted, I was always being like kind of pulled into the next space with, of course, a pay raise and whatever else. So, by the way, I hated that career, but it was fun and it was a really great experience. So anyway, the thing that really sticks out to me though is that focus on your feelings, nobody else's, when it comes to expectations of you. So in that career, I remember people telling me all the time, you're really gonna go far, you're gonna go places. All the time people were telling me this, until it got to the point where I was ready to go places. In other words, not in that same role, but at least in the same company, and I was being completely shut down, completely blocked, not even allowed to apply for these roles. And so I thought that was kind of strange. Like, here I have all these people telling me I'm gonna go places, right? You're gonna go somewhere. And then I was completely stopped. And I, of course, as in true Lindsay fashion, take matters into my own hands. And I did go someplace, and it was a complete career change, and I went into the fashion industry, right? So I completely switched careers, and I was like, see you later. And then I got into fashion, and kind of the same thing. You're gonna go places, you're gonna go places. And then again, when I got into my next kind of similar career, different industry, with my last role, you're gonna go places. And so I think in the back of my mind, there was these moments of, am I living up to these people's expectations? Like first of all, what place am I going to? What does that even mean? Because it's relative, right? It's somebody's perception. So boss A might think I'm gonna be going places, and that's like to the next promotion, and boss B might think I'm going places, and that's like to like a worldwide stage. Like I literally don't know what place are they having me go to, number one. Number two, you start to get into your own mind a little bit. Like I know for me, I started to think like, am I living up to the expectation? And then you create this false sense of pressure on yourself. I'm doing this because it's like, that's the thought loop, right? So I'll stop doing that so you guys can focus on my words. So then you start to put this kind of like strange pressure on yourself that doesn't even really exist, because will you ever live up to somebody else's expectation of you and whatever place that they want you to go? I don't know. There was this aha moment I had pretty recently, I would say maybe 6 months ago, when I totally trashed my last business. Not trashed, but I just let it go. And I just said, I'm done. I wiped my hands and I walked away because it wasn't fulfilling and it wasn't in alignment, and it just wasn't something that was going to sustain me and really light me up inside for longevity. And I remember telling my family, by the way, I'm done with this business. And I don't think they had like any sort of like issue with it, but I will definitely tell you that when I told them I was done with my career, there was some issues, right? But it was like, once again, like somebody's expectation of me, could I ever live up to? That's their projection onto me. I'm not even that person. So just as an example, like my mother was very concerned about my health insurance. She wanted to know how I was going to get health insurance when I quit my career. Mom, if you're watching this, I love you. I'm not mad at you. I just think it's silly. It's like, of all the things that you're gonna be concerned about when your child says they're leaving their career that they've worked 10 plus years to build, is the health insurance payment. Like, come on, you know? So for me, it was like, that was a fear of hers. Perhaps she was worried, how is she gonna pay for her health insurance, right? My dad was an entrepreneur, so I know that she's been on this entrepreneur ride since she was, 19 years old. I'm sure she's probably tired of it by now. And here all of her children are becoming little entrepreneurs, so I think that's interesting. But the point being is that I can't live up to anyone's expectations. All I can do is set my own expectations, focusing on my feelings. How do I want to feel? What are my expectations for my life? And when you actually harness that, when you say, how do I want to feel and what do I expect of myself? You've created so much power within you, because you recognize that it's nobody else's business, number one, and you are the only person that's going to be able to do it, number two. Of course, if you're a business person or whatever, you hire a staff, you get help, right? Everybody gets help, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, you're a business person, you're in a career, whatever it is, everybody gets help. But the point is at the end of the day, your goals are your goals, your expectations are your expectations, nobody else's. So don't create some like kind of weird pressure surrounding a goal or an expectation, because at the end of the day, it's yours alone. You get to change it. You can set the goalpost wherever it is, right? So I am going places, by the way, for all the bosses that I have watching this right now. Mark my words. I don't know what place that is because I don't know what places you wanted me to go to, but in my mind, I am going places and I am focused. So Pisces, I know I kind of rambled on there for a little bit, but I hope this message was helpful for you. If it was, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Do one of them, do all of them, do some of them. They all help me reach as many people as I can so that they can really understand and begin to harness their own internal energy. When you realign yourself, when you become in full balance, in coherence, and in alignment with who you are on the inside, the outside takes form and you really start to create the life of your dreams. All right, Pisces, I hope you have a great rest of September, and I hope to see you back here next week.